Hello friends, welcome to second part of chapter Respiration and Circulation, Class 12, State Board, New Syllabus. Today in this video we will study about the anatomy and physiology of human respiratory system. Respiratory system is one of the vital organ system present in the human body which exchange the air with the environment. This process is called breathing. It involves two processes, inspiration and expiration. Inspiration, it is the process in which air is taken inside the body, and expiration, it is the process in which air is released outside the body. When the air is reached to the cell, oxygen is provided to the cell, and that oxygen is utilized in the breakdown of organic compounds into energy, and energy further it is stored in the form of ATP molecule. Today first we will see about the different organs present in human respiratory system. It includes nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchiole, lungs and diaphragm. The vocal cords present in the larynx divide the respiratory system into two parts, upper respiratory tract and lower respiratory tract. Upper respiratory system includes nasal cavity, pharynx and larynx. The lower respiratory system includes larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchiole, lungs and diaphragm. Nose, it is anterior-most region of respiratory system. It is also a primary organ of the smell. It is supported by a bone of skull called nasal bone or ethmoid. Nose encloses a cavity called as a nasal cavity. The cavity, it is divided into two chambers by nasal septum, which is formed by mesenteroid cartilage. It is unpaired bony cartilage. Palate bone, it is present between nasal cavity and oral cavity. Nostrils, these are the opening of the nose through which the air enters into nasal cavity. Nasal cavities. The cavity present in the nose is called as a nasal cavity. Nasal cavity has three regions: vestibule, respiratory part, olfactory chamber. Vestibule, it is the anterior most part of the nasal cavity. It is the entrance of the nose. It is lined by the skin that bears the short hairs for filtration of the air, and they are useful for trapping of these dust particles present in the inhaled air. Students, look at the figure. The respiratory part, it is the middle part of the nasal cavity. It is highly vascular for moistening and warming of inhaled air. Olfactory chamber or the sensory chamber, it is the region of nasal cavity present at the upper side of the nasal cavity, and it is lined by olfactory epithelium. The cells of this epithelium, they are sensory. They carry the impulse towards the brain. Brain recognize and identify the smell. Hence, the nose is also known as window to the brain. Functions of nasal cavities. It serves three functions. First, it purifies the inspired air. Second, inspired air get warm and moistened. Third, it detects the smell, and the last one, it changes the quality of the speech and the voice as it balances the sound vibration. Next part of the respiratory system is pharynx. It is the passage commonly called as a throat. It is a muscular tube that runs from the back of your nose down into your neck. It serves both digestive and respiratory system by receiving the air from the nasal region and by receiving food and the water from oral region. Pharynx is divided into three regions according to location as nasopharynx, oropharynx and laryngopharynx. Student, look at the picture. Here we can see the three parts of the pharynx, that is nasopharynx, oropharynx and laryngopharynx. Nasopharynx, it is the portion of the pharynx that is posterior to nasal cavity. Here, nasal cavity, it opens into the nasopharynx. Mouth is having mouth cavity. Mouth cavity, it opens behind into a part of the pharynx called oropharynx. It is a common passage for the food and the air. Oropharynx and the nasopharynx, they are separated by a bone. That bone is called palate bone. Laryngopharynx, it is a third part of the pharynx. It is present below the oropharynx and above the larynx. The air from the nasal cavity, now it enters into the pharynx. In pharynx, there are two tubes are present. One is the trachea, it is also called as the windpipe, and another is the esophagus or the food pipe. The air present in the pharynx, it enters into the trachea. The opening of this trachea, it is guarded by one elastic structure called as the epiglottis. During the swallowing of the food, epiglottis, it closes the opening of this trachea and prevent the entry of food into the trachea and the lungs. Next organ is larynx. It has two components, vocal cords and thyroid cartilage. Thyroid cartilage is a large prominent structure which is easily visible in adult males. It is composed of two sheets of cartilage which join together anteriorly to form laryngeal prominence, that is Adam's apple. It is prominent in males. Larynx, it is also called voice box. It extends from laryngopharynx, hyoid bone up to the trachea. It has vocal cords. It is a V-shaped structure formed by the two bands of muscle present inside the larynx. There are two types of the vocal cords, true vocal cords and false vocal cords. True vocal cords produce the sound. These are elastic. False vocal cords has no role in sound production. Voice is produced by the passage of the air and the modulation created by the lip, tongue, teeth and the nasal cavity. Glottis, it is the opening of the trachea or the larynx. The larynx, it is formed by cartilaginous plates which held together by ligament and the membrane. It also helps to move the components of the larynx for phonation and breathing. The thyroid membrane, it covers the space present between thyroid cartilage and hyoid bone. Student, do you know about the hyoid bone? Let us see about its structure and its role in the respiration. It is a horseshoe-shaped structure or it is a U-shaped structure bone present below the mandibles. The mandibles are the lower jaw bone. Look at the figure. The red color bone, it is a hyoid bone. It is present just below the chin. It has importance because it provides the space for attachment of the muscles of the floor of the mouth and tongue. Hence, the tongue get anchored behind with this hyoid bone. It is also provide the space for the attachment of muscles of larynx as well as epiglottis. Hence, it holds the larynx also. Trachea, which is the next part of the respiratory tract. It is also called as the windpipe. It is a long tube which connects the larynx with the bronchi. It is about 10 to 12 centimeter in length. It runs through the neck in front of the esophagus. It is supported by C-shaped cartilage rings. Their number is about 16 to 20. These rings support the anterior and the lateral side of the trachea to maintain the airways open. These rings are incomplete because it allows the trachea to collapse slightly during the swallowing of the food when the food is passing through esophagus. Trachea, it is lined by ciliated pseudostratified epithelium which prevent the entry of dust particles into the lungs. The air present in the trachea, it enters into the lungs through primary bronchi. Primary bronchi, it is the first branching of the trachea. Trachea divide into right and the left primary bronchi. Primary bronchi, they are also supported by C-shaped cartilaginous rings. Primary bronchi enters into the lungs and further it divides into the secondary and tertiary branches. Student, look at the figure of respiratory tree. Tertiary bronchioles further divide, redivide, and it gives conducting bronchioles. Conducting bronchiole further it divide and it gives respiratory bronchiole. Respiratory bronchiole further it connect with the alveolar sac. Alveolar sac in which a group of alveoli is present. In each alveolar sac, about 10 to 12 alveoli are present. Respiratory bronchioles is having thin respiratory surface. So the little exchange of the gases, it is possible in this region. But the maximum gases exchange, it is took place at the region of the alveoli, as alveoli, they are surrounded with the network of the blood capillaries. From the nose, the air which is entered, now it is reached up to the alveoli. Student, look at the figure. It shows the air path, which start from the nose, then air it reach to the pharynx, then it reach to trachea. From trachea, air it enters into the lungs by the primary bronchi, then it reach to the secondary bronchi, then it reach to the tertiary bronchi, then to conducting bronchioles, then respiratory bronchioles, and finally the air it reach to the alveoli. The next organ in the respiratory tract, it is lungs. They are located in thoracic cavity. Right side of the thoracic cavity, right lung is present, and the left side of the thoracic cavity, left lung is present. The lungs are spongy, elastic organ. They are breathing organ. The breathing, it is a process. It involves two processes, inspiration and expiration. During the inspiration, air gets filled in the lungs that help in the oxygenation of blood. Each lung is divided into lobes. The right lung, it is large and it is composed of 3 lobes. Left lung, it is slightly smaller due to the presence of heart on that side of the chest. Left lung, it is composed of 2 lobes. Lungs are the vital organs. They are well and good protected in thoracic cavity. Lungs itself is also protected by pleural membrane. It is a double membrane structure. The outer membrane, it is the parietal membrane, and the inner membrane, it is a visceral membrane. Between these two pleural membrane, there is a space is present. It is called pleural cavity. This pleural cavity, it is filled with the pleural fluid, which is a secretion of pleural membrane. Pleural fluid, it acts as a lubricant. It lubricates the membrane, and the membrane, it provides the surface tension to keep the lungs close to the wall of the thorax. Student, look at the picture. It shows the pleural membrane and pleural space present around the lungs. Alveoli present in the lungs. These are the tiny, thin-walled, balloon-like structure. It resembles like bunch of grapes. Student, look at the picture. It shows alveolar sac, which is having alveoli, which is surrounded by a network of blood capillaries, which is formed by pulmonary arteries and pulmonary vein. Each alveolus is cup-shaped. It is having very thin, single-layered squamous epithelium. It provides the surface area for the exchange of the gases. Oxygen diffuses through the alveoli and it enters into the blood. Diaphragm, it is a muscular septum present below the lungs. It separates thoracic and abdominal cavity. It is dome-shaped. On contraction, it becomes flat. It plays major role during the breathing. In the next part of the chapter, we will study in detail the role of the diaphragm. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for further updates. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.